Hi, this is Mark from RawNutrition.com. In this video, I'll be comparing the Angel Juicer Model Pro or 7500 in Canada with the Omega VSJ843. This model here is the QS for the square base. There's also the round base, the RS, and a few other colors and base configurations, but they're really all the same. This model is also comparable to the Huron Elite HH SBB11. So basically it's the slowest upright masticating juicer available. It turns at 43 revolutions per minute. And it's also the one that's got like the tightest tolerance between the screen and the auger to get the most juice out. Now the Super Angel is the twin gear juicer that turns the slowest at 82 revolutions per minute. It's also the only twin gear juicer with the largest gears, largest screen surface too, to extract the most juice. We'll compare these head to head because this is already a pretty good juicer, and so is the Angel. We'll see if they can squeeze out as much juice from these carrots. So I've got 2 pounds of carrots on each side that have been prepared and weighed, and we'll check that out. So I'll go just quickly review how these two juicers function. The Super Angel are definitely a slow turning juicer that crushes and squeezes the vegetables. So as you feed the juice vegetables through these two gears, they turn towards each other. They break the vegetable down, mash it up. That's where your first juice will come out. Then the remaining pulp is pushed through this section of the gears and squeezes out the most juice. So this really breaks down the pulp, goes right into the cell fibers, and gets the most juice out. I've done a comparison with the 3 different twin gear juicers, and definitely the Super Angel juicer was the one that won out as far as getting the most juice out, because it really breaks down that pulp, and that seems to be really the key difference between that and the other juicers. It's flattening that fiber and getting every single drop of juice out, which is what the VSJ also attempts to do in this configuration here, where the auger and the screen are very tightly up together compared to any of the previous models. So with this tight spacing, the produce is getting broken down. We'll definitely compare the pulp once we're done between the two and see the texture of each one, and definitely the yield also. Well, this juicer is probably a little easier to feed because you don't have to push things in. Sometimes you might have a carrot that doesn't quite go in at the top here and you have to push a little bit, but a lot less pushing compared to using a horizontal juicer in general. Whether it's a single auger or a twin gear, you'll always need to push a little bit, unless you're juicing like greens, where they tend to get caught up and pulled right in. So I'm going to start with the Angel juicer. Again, this is model 7500. There's also the 8500, which is the same as far as the motor configurations and capacities. Really just the type of stainless steel that changes. It becomes the surgical grade instead of just the food grade. Definitely this juicer has no plastic parts. While this juicer boasts Bpa-Free Auger, it's still plastic. Everything goes through the plastic except for the stainless steel screen. So someone who wants to avoid plastic, really the only option is with the Super Angel. Come on, push here. Alright, get going. The Super Angel is very long in the front, and it is prone to tipping if you didn't place your bowl at the right place. And as the bowl is placed right below the lip here, it will not tip at all when so you really don't have to hold the base or anything. If you're using the included bowl, in Canada the distributor includes a stainless steel cup, whereas in the US a glass cup is included. I do prefer the stainless steel cup. I find it pours more cleanly. The large, thick glass cup tends to be a little messy. So now the juicers are the same between the two countries. It's really just the distribution and branding that's a little bit different. With both these juicers, you will need to put your carrots down. Occasionally get a few pieces that are a little harder to push through. As I mentioned, you do need to push with this and do apply pressure. It is easier than the other twin gear juicers available, like the Green Star, the King Power Tempo, or the Omega twin gear juicer. That's just because the gears are larger. So the larger your gears, the easier you'll find is to push your vegetables in, especially when juicing hard vegetables like this. You could put in a whole carrot, but just find you really have to push a lot. I like using them as it like goes right in between the two gears. And you just apply some pressure and it takes it out. Just put your halves in like that, it goes pretty well. Unless it's a little too thin, then you can't grab it. Stick your fingers in there. I do have a carrot that's right on the edge. I could reverse, even though it does do that on its own if ever something's stuck. A little more pressure to get that through. Sometimes depending on your piece, they may get sideways and become processed. So if everything is gone through, there's nothing left on the top. The juicer will continue venting the fan. We'll continue cooling the motor for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get started with the VSJ843. So make sure your plug is pushed in here on the bottom. You don't have any leakage. That plug maintains a little bit of pressure on the pulp outlet to squeeze out the most juice. And so it's definitely easier to use in that sense. Occasionally you might have a carrot that didn't fall quite right, and if you push too much, you can get the juicer to stop. So with a slow turning juicer like this, you gotta feed slowly too. If you feed a little more, it's not dangerous, it'll just stop like this. 3 times so far. Not too good. Let's keep going. I had to slow down. So whereas with the Angel, every time I pushed, once it was gone, it was gone. Now I have to give it a chance that even though the auger's taking it up, I have to wait a little bit before adding another piece. I've been using the Angel juicer for a few days, so I kind of lost habit of using this one here. Really check my other videos that the VSJ doesn't stop this often usually. So the fan just stopped on the Angel juicer. I'm not sure if it's set for a couple of minutes after being run. It keeps turning. These aren't particularly hard carrots. I'm not quite sure what the problem is today. VSJ is not liking the carrots today. What you hear is basically want to wait until it's finished crushing that last piece before adding more. Juicer auger does have to break this whole piece down, whereas with the Super Angel it's more like being shaved as the gears are turning towards each other, it's being shaved down. This one's really actually grabbing that whole carrot and crushing it. So it's just a little too big, tending to jam. Well, it's quite surprising. I don't usually stop a juicer like this so often. Well, even though I had to push, definitely felt like this was taking a little bit longer to juice with this juicer, even though I didn't have to push things in. It still took a while for the juicer to process the same amount of carrots. Okay, we can let that go a little bit longer, see if there's any more juice coming out. That should be pretty much it. There's a juice cap there. We'll look at our pulp after. Let's check our yield between the Angel juicer and the VSJ843. So just at a glance, we're definitely seeing a higher yield on the side of the Super Angel juicer. We are at 18 ounces. And over with the VSJ, we have 14 ounces. So just even a little bit above the 18 mark. And here actually a little bit below the 14. So still a 4 ounce difference on a small quantity of juice like this is pretty significant. Let's look at the pulp results. So definitely here it says a little bit above 18 and here a little bit below 14. So definitely a higher yield in this demonstration with the Super Angel juicer. And again, it was 2 pounds of carrots exactly measured on each side. Let's check the pulp between these two juicers. So I'm not sure if on the camera you can see the difference in texture between the two juicers, pulp between the two juicers. Even in volume, almost looks like we have a less there. It's like more compacted with the Super Angel juicer. Texture with the Super Angel juicer, definitely more fine. There are no chunks. Where here I can see chunks and I can also feel them. So it's still leaving it a little more chunky. This is a little more finely ground. It's almost looks like sawdust in that type of texture. As far as moistness, just touching it, the Super Angel juicer definitely feels more dry. and I definitely can't squeeze out any juice. There's a drop coming out from my hand, and over here, squeezing a few more drops. The main reason I can't squeeze more juice out is because there are actually some chunks in there. So that's why I would guess the lower yield, because it's not breaking down the fiber as well as the twin gear juicer is doing. So that definitely your first step in getting more juice. Your pulp should be dry out of either juicer, but breaking that down as much as possible like this into a fine sawdust-like texture, you're really squeezing the most juice out. Where this is still granular, and you can still feel some chunks of carrots. There's still some juice trapped inside this pulp that's not being taken out. Again, very higher yield with the Super Angel juicer in this demonstration between the VSJ843 from Omega, slow juicer at 43 revolutions per minute, and the Super Angel 7500 model Pro in the US, turning at 82 revolutions per minute. Higher yield, so definitely in this demonstration and comparison, the Super Angel wins out. Well, again, this is Mark with RawNutrition.com. Be sure to check us out online and subscribe to our videos here on YouTube for more product demonstrations.